If there's one thing some people are have certain allergies towards is accountability. Accountability is something that is very rare and hard to find. It truly is. And even when someone has their backs against the wall, they're ready to take the full hit by a train wreck instead of just taking accountability and being held responsible for their wrongdoings. This happens to be the case for some. However, it is not the case today for our one and only Gacha man. Shouts out to a commenter, Melise Dart. They basically left the entire context for the Gacha Smack situation. I may have missed something, so I do want to go over that before, like, just pointing out something that I feel like Gacha Smack just dropped before dipping out of the stream, which I feel like really encompasses how the situation just got out of hand, out of nowhere. And now that Smack basically threw that, I feel like now it's high time we also, people that are just like disagreeing with the take he made, we go, well, you know what, on second thought, sure. So we have the first thing we should know about the situation is that he said he was so weird at the stream. First starts drinking and then he was like forced to play. I hate this, but I have to do it. I'm not gonna go to the VOD to see this. I'll try to take his word for it. But here's the thing, man. Also for me personally, I could not finish the story up until recently. I had to take it slow. When you have a lot going on, you're really not in the mood to just sit there and go through a story. Because here's the thing, when you're too employed, which Smack is, yeah, this can be a bit of an issue for someone like Smack. Absolutely. Don't you guys have it too, chat? When like you're just like, I don't want to do this story today. You know what I mean? Let me take it in. Let me get excited for it. You know what I'm trying to say? I'm pretty sure you guys have that too. Am I nuts? True. So I'm not crazy. Definitely true. I just caught up with the story a few weeks ago from the beginning of Septimon. That's like way back. And then he was so weird towards calling Amieth relation with Rover, saying it was over-sexualized. Okay, so here's the thing. I do want to keep pointing out, which I think I was trying to spam it on his chat, but at some point, I can only be left on red too many times. Anyway, the fact is, I feel like people are not pointing this out a lot, which is the game conditioned us. If you played the game since day one, or like you're all caught up in the story, which you will be when you're playing Amieth, the game literally conditions you in the way you see Rover behave a certain way. It's like, it's the Rizzler. Context is king. Depending on what the writers are telling you, this is the type of relationship, you're going to view it as such. Of course, absolutely. However, due to the preconditioning that you've had, that when you see Rover behave this way, it was always about some Rizzler shit, yeah, you're gonna start to, the wires are gonna get crossed and you're gonna assume this is that instead of what the writer is telling you what it is. You know what I'm trying to say? It's like, it's the same attitude. Oh, the writer's telling you, no. And this is daughter now. Easy there, bucko. But like, you've been preconditioned through 1.5 years of absorbing this story that when Rover does this, it's this. You know what I'm trying to say? It's like, you can't really fault people for assuming as much. Like, you can't really fault them that hard. I agree that, yes, the goddamn writer told you so, especially when you think of it as anime. Yeah, it's like the writer told you so, but still, I feel like if they really want to emphasize that, they should have done it, that scene where Smack went smacking, that scene should have had Kid Amieth, or like he said, which I don't think I'll play, but I'm going to say it for him, Amieth should have had a different outfit. They should have had her in her school outfit. That would have hit better, which is true, by the way. I think an outfit would have definitely helped sell the scene as a father-daughter thing more than activate the preconditioning that Kuro themselves done to the players. I don't think I'm reaching on this one. I feel like I'm basing things on literal what we have on hand and what we have experienced through the game, and especially the story. All right, let's continue. Laughing at the story and people who like it, and then he crash out because his viewers call him out. Okay, so here's the thing. When you laugh at the story, is that a bad thing? I feel like that's still entertainment. That's still you viewing someone having fun. They're having fun their own way. What's the problem? Stop having fun. You're not supposed to have fun like that. I don't know. Like, should you care? These people gotta touch grass. Some people are so invested it becomes a part of their identity. So any negative towards it feels like a personal insult to them. Absolutely. And just like Zokuva said, these people do be touching grass. They do need to touch grass. That's definitely a thing. So anyway, let's continue. Laughing in the story. And the people who like it, and then he crashed out because his viewers called him out. Which Smack, I feel like, had the perfect response to him crashing out. I want you to really listen to this because I feel like this is as rare as diamonds.
I agree with, if they bit me, I'll bite back. Yeah, that's what I'm trying to say. Like, and here's the funny thing. You know what's funny, chat? if you want me to give you a real honest answer,
What is
two
it?
wrongs don't make a right. I shouldn't even said that, if I'm being honest. Even if they're personally insulting me, I shouldn't have stooped to their level and personally insulted them.
Chat, that is rare as diamond. Oh, look at that. There's someone in his chat that literally just said Bayshade. You know what's crazy, chat? I know another CC who should take this very advice and should have taken it before making shit going crazy, man. I wonder who that is. I wonder who also should not have stooped to a level he had no business stooping down into. I wonder who. He was elevated, he was doing good, he was just chilling, doing his thing, and then he decided to stoop down to some shit he had no business stooping down to because, I don't know. Anyway, let's continue listening to this.
That's if you want me to like shoot it straight down the middle, I should have just been like, yeah, whatever, bro, get out my chat. You know what I mean?
There it is.
I'm not going to apologize for it.
Ooh.
I'm not perfect. I'm really not.
You heard that? I'm not perfect. I make mistakes. I'm not going to apologize because you still had it coming because like, oh, you insulted me, I insulted you back. What the fuck did you expect? Of course. So and here's the thing, man. Here's the thing. Also, like this small. It's like I think it's pretty easy for us to make the resemblance here between the 1v9 situation when it comes to St. Tonchas and everybody else, and now Gacha Smack. Like it's very hard to get St. Tonchas to just go, oh, I'm sorry. Because here's the thing. It's easy, like if your team St. Tonchas, I think it's fairly easy to say that, yeah, like you're coming at me, I'm gonna fire back, and you should not be mad, or should I apologize for me firing back at you? Regardless of the spirit of the message you're throwing at me, the fact is you are coming at me. What the fuck did you expect? You know what I'm trying to say? So it's like it creates this weird nuance. You know what I mean? It makes this shit a little complicated in a battle of egos, but I feel like when people just, if you just back up and have this type of mindset like Smack has here, it really helps. Like I feel like this particular, there's another term. It's like nuance. It's like a synonym to nuance, but it would have worked better here. I'm still trying to improve my vocabulary. I apologize. I tried to find it in my brain, but I couldn't find it.
I'll talk to God about that. I ain't about
Dude, that was a bar. I'll talk to God about that. It's like you will not hear me apologize. And when it's time for judgment, when God asks me about this part of my life, I'm gonna talk to him about it. That is a clean bar.
no nigga about that though. You bite me, I'm gonna bite your ass back. Like it's that simple.
Yep.
But I wish I had the humility to be like, you know, monk. I will not let this disturb me. I'm not that kind of person. Hold on, let me turn up, fam.
It is pretty hard. It is pretty hard. So like understandable. But again, when you see hindsight is 2020, he sees it. He's like, well, you know what? In hindsight, I probably shouldn't have stooped down there anyway. I'm above this. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So I feel like that was a massive, massive W. So I guess it's safe to say that after you see this, Smack definitely, in my book, at least in my eyes, huge, massive W. Like this is, if you're still mad at this, it's like you're seriously trying to remain mad at this, which could be the case because let's face it, I'm starting to get the vibe that the Wuwa community especially is starting to transform into this, we just want to be mad and we just want to virtue signal to other fans that we're enraged and like we're these very passionate players towards people that dislike or critique what we love. You know what I mean? Oh, look at me. Ratio me, chat, like me, drop me some likes, give me the validation of the day because I'm not happy in my personal life. I need validation. I need to feel like I'm somebody, and your likes online help me with that. It's what it's starting to feel like to me. But anyway, we'll see how this will go on. Number 2, he pulls a Genizad story mid. I think it's a 6 out of 10. Maybe is so confusing. Like this is some garbage story gacha, but it's okay. I'll be honest, I'll give the story an 8 out of 10 because of Rover. Like Rover, the fact that we knew more about him, that sold it hard to me personally. But I feel like when it comes to presentation and everything, it left a little bit to be desired, of course. I feel like Amieth was a little too over the top. And I feel like we go back to what Captain Cabinet has said recently about the story, which is it's starting to feel like the story is a little bit of ad. It's like an ad to the characters. Like we didn't even see Lene or Mornier once. We didn't even go to Mornier. Like, she's a scientist. She could have maybe helped us with like the Amy situation. I feel like Mornier could have maybe had something to do there or something. I'm just saying, man. I'm just saying. It feels like in quest to become this virtue signaler community is becoming this really disliked community. Absolutely. Called subs, you're right. I totally agree with you. Then people were like, you're not even paying attention, doing other stuff, but also drunk. Then he fights viewers calling him out. I've played the Drunk Smack clip twice. You can see it in my previous videos about the topic. I'm not going to play it again. He wasn't drunk. He was not drunk. All right. You can go verify it in my previous video. 3. Smack like a drunk after a party realized the mess he done hiding the video, the likes, the comments, and how bad it is for sponsors. So people are literally schizoing out and trying to put themselves in his place and into, oh, it's so bad for him. Now he has to reply and do this because or else the sponsors are about to... No, chat. Sponsors will drop you only if you become a brand risk. Pissing off a bunch of randoms online does not make you a brand risk. All right, you get it now? Just because you're upset at Smack because he didn't react the way you want him to react to a video game story does not mean business is gonna stop. That's not how business works. You guys are a little too unemployed. You're being very unemployed. Time to get a job application out and start filling that bitch up. And people calling him out again, then he posts a new video blame community. I'm the bad guy because Tecton is gone. #1 enemy. Woo community so bad. Blah blah blah. Also doing the if you don't want to glaze the game, you get canceled. I don't know where they got this one from, but here's the thing: Smack always has been controversial to this particular type of the fan base. Smack has always been controversial to those guys. When you're unapologetic and like you have a certain ego and in the way you go about things, yeah, some people are going to have an issue with you. And it always seems to be the very same type of individuals, as in the type, not like exactly who. Because I do feel like some people do be in that hole and they grow out of it and they mature out of it. But anyway, obviously this person's English is not its first language. It's not their first language. So we're just working with them. Anyway, #4, like it or not, the new Woowa history, Woowa story, make a lot of people praise the game or crying. Some people, not all people. It didn't make me cry. It's an emotional punch. And I'll be honest, I felt more for Rover more than Amieth. I did. Because Amieth was an accident, and plus it's a choice. It's like she now accepts her destiny because it allows her to do what she wants. Like she's actively choosing to do that. Rover is like, it's full of mystery, and I don't know, maybe it's because I related to him. We're kind of in a similar position in life currently. That might change in the future. I'll make sure it changes in the future. Praise for yours truly. VXV checks on the stream and see Smack respond at 233.50. All right, here we go.
I always thought maybe it's my fault, you know what I mean? But then it's like I leave for half a year, nothing has changed. It's the same retards being angry about everything, bro. It's so...
See, there it is. It's the same retards being angry at everything. Like it or not, the new Woowa story makes a lot of people praise the game crying. Like I said earlier, not everybody's going to have that same reaction. So yes, it's powerful for some not really. But the thing is, the relation between Rover and Amieth, father-daughter, with Smack having a daughter. So people were like, really, this is your reaction as a father? Here's the thing, man. Just because I happen, for example, to have a girlfriend or a wife, doesn't mean I'm not going to want to see other beautiful women around me. Because that's just the way things are. Just because I have a piece of pizza in my hand, doesn't mean when someone else is going to eat a burger or a juicy burger next to me, I'm not going to look at the burger, right? Just because I'm eating an apple and someone is eating a banana, doesn't mean I'm not going to look at the banana. Pause. I know it's a bit of a pause for some of y'all. I know. I'm just going to throw that pause there real quick. You know. So it's like people can still want to behave the way they'll behave even if they didn't have that one thing. So just because I'm a dad, I'm supposed to react this way? No, fuck that. What does that mean? Like, and plus, none of you are dad. Like, you typing this, you're probably not a father of your damn self. Like, what do you know about that? It's like, don't talk about some things you probably don't even know. 5. Finally, this is a line that sparked the whole thing Gacha Smack said, that made the whole thing boil to a point of no return. No child would care about their parents' sacrifice. I've addressed this in the previous video. I don't think Amieth should be considered a child during the scene where Gacha Smack complained about, because at that point she's a grown-ass adult. She's just like at least a teenager or an adult. At that age, we've already understood the world around us. We're starting to put 2 and 2 together to what our parents are going through for our sake, the sacrifices they have made, especially in different cultures. I'll be real, like where I come from, where a lot of people come from, our parents basically spawn camp us into having the mindset of being supportive towards your parents. I don't know about you guys, but where I come from, I'm basically spawn camped into that type of mindset. You are. Absolutely. My dad and mother verbatim told me, we have you because one day you're going to grow up and we're going to grow old, and it's going to be, we take care of you now because one day you have to take care of us. That's the trade. You know what I'm trying to say? And then, of course, out of love, like, of course, like, this is, a lot of, on the Western culture, of course, it's a little bit eyebrow raising. But when you think about it, like, out of love, and you look at the sacrifices they make and a lot of hard work they pour into you and love they pour into you, you want to help support them anyway, right? And plus, it's socially acceptable. It feels like it's the social right thing to do, the spiritual, moral right thing to do. It's just a win-win all around. You wanna support your parents. It's just a W, no matter how you spin it. I feel like that's a very unhealthy way of thinking. No offense to your parents. It's not. No, you can think that, because here's the thing. It's strategically speaking, it's sound. Like, I'm gonna grow old one day. I may become disabled when I'm old. Depends on how you roll. Because like, you could just literally sit down one day and you break a hip. Oh, shit. Who's gonna help you with that? So it's always good to have children that look after you. The way they go about it is stupid. But that's just third world countries, man. What do you want me to say? Old mentality. It is what it is. The spirit is good. The way they go about installing it in you, a little questionable, obviously. Not only saying that to Rover situation, but people in chat that, of course, were like, what the fuck is wrong with you? Saying that I'm a father, I know better than all of you. And like he said, in hindsight, he shouldn't have said that at all. People were like, yeah, you're just like Tectone. So there it is. This is where people started schizoing out and having Tectone PTSD. You know what we should call this video? We should call this video Tectone PTSD. Smack gave Woo fans Tectone PTSD. People were like, yeah, just like Tectone, saying he had a wife and abused her. The thing wait. We're talking about Tectone's abuse? What? People were like, yeah, just like Tectone, saying he had a wife and abused her. The thing he went viral for, but got into the CN community and is not going well. Okay, so for the people like that are not understanding the CN community, Smack, the reaction to the story was uploaded to Bilibili, which is the CN YouTube. And yeah, people are like, it's the same old crap where he has now Chinese players also mad at him. Like, Smack's drama literally went international now. Like, it's fucking crazy. And now all of a sudden we're like having Tectone PTSD, which is just fucking super weird. Also, people are like, bro, why are you even playing? You hate gachas, you hate the MC, just quit. And calling him like a money digger, etc. Now, Smack has been clear for the past. And I think even the recent stream he made, he's here for the bag. He thinks gacha games are not worth, like, from like a gamer perspective, they're not worth your time. I think they are. I'm more of a casual gamer. Smack is a more of a try-hard gamer. I feel like for casual gamers, gacha games are like pretty good. I really like them. I genuinely do. They're not that sweaty. They don't encourage, and there's not much benefit to be sweaty. Like, it's just something to just click off, take your mind off things. It's just good. It's like a sweet 10 to 15 minutes a day is just good. Unless I'm like, it's not like, it's not a story or something. Like, it's, I know, fuck, I gotta do my dailies again. God damn it. I don't even feel like it. And people are saying like he hates gachas, etc. Like, why are you doing it? Well, look, there's also something called the opportunity, right? There's an opportunity. You have the ability to make this amount of money. Are you not gonna do it? The answer is probably yeah. Smack emphasizes his perspective being a parent to a kid. People tend to mix it up back there. I don't know why people are trying to make the narrative of Smack being a dad is a debuff towards his take on this. Like, it's super weird, especially when most of them are not even parents. All this to say, I feel like personally that we have to always try to put ourselves in the other person's shoes to fully understand their perspective and fully understand where they're coming from and why they will have this take instead of your take, right? Why would they think or react differently than you reacted to this particular piece of media? And like I said, it's literally just a reaction to a piece of media, as in it does not deserve the amount of aggro people are having towards a creator who happens to be passionate about the same games we are. Or maybe he's not passionate because, like, he's in it for the bag and everything, but there's some degree of passion because he's still spending money to get the characters anyway. And he's not even going to make guides about the characters anyway. Like, it's just for a pull video, which I don't know if it's like worth it. I don't know if you can make $200 out of a pull video, unless like you're like Tectone back in the day for like Staff of Homa. But that's just me, though. Yeah, it's a matter of perspective, too. Oh, yeah, perspective is definitely going to be king on this one. And I would highly and strongly invite people to attempt to see the other side's perspective that you have an issue with. I would love to see more of that. And I feel like if people were to try this more, it would solve a lot of issues and a lot of things would become just non-issues. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Like, comment, subscribe, and be seeing you.